Hello everyone, welcome back to Teenage Teach Python. Today's opening a file, reading the whole file, parts of a file, certain lines of a file, and then closing the file. First off, opening a file, you can go to the folder that you have your Python, like your main Python file in, and create a simple text file, and you can put whatever you want inside, okay? Then let's do this first before we, modify our Python file. And, you can put, oh, hello, or good evening, or like, this is a text file. For example, let's move on to the main Python file that we will use to experiment our code. I have a variable open file, open my text.txt. So this file is the one I've created in this step. Okay, I'm going to name it my text and then print open file.read. Now, in your terminal, you can read the whole thing that's within the file. However, if the file is in another folder, you have to specify the whole path, like users, document, go here, go there, very specific. Next up, to reading only parts, specifying how many characters you want to return. We have the typical open file equals to open, my text file. It's the same thing here. The only thing that's changing is the print statement down here. Open file dot read 10 returns the first 10 characters. Now, reading lines. So it's just one line per print statement. And I've printed out 3 print statements. So we have 3 lines, okay? It'll print out 3 lines within my text.txt. Now, another way of reading the whole file, right, is using a for loop where it loops through every single lines, right? So if you loop through all the lines, you've read the whole document, basically. Now, to closing the files, it's always good practice to close the file once you're done with it, especially when a lot of changes, few changes here and there, do not show up unless you've closed the file and then reopen it, okay? And you can do this very easily with openfile.close. So over here in, my Python projects, I have my text.txt. And this text file is for testing purposes. Put whatever you want in this file. And then I'm going to modify this file, right? This is the file that I've always modified for Python demonstration. Open file equals to open my text.txt r print open file read. Okay. Once we run this, we have this file is for testing purposes, put whatever you want in this file, okay? If you run into trouble at this part, try closing your Visual Studio Code, and then run it again from the same folder that you have the text file on, okay? Now let's move on to the next part. Print open file read 1, just one line, okay? Then we have, not one line, one character. We have T, okay? If we change this, we have the. So, right, it's 3 character. And then if we go to read line, this text file is for testing purposes only, omitting the last line over here, okay? And if we copy this and paste, we have, right, this text file is for testing purposes, and then the spacing down here. New line. It includes the new line as well. Paste one more time, and we have the whole thing, okay? Let me run a for x in open file, print x for loop. Once we run this, we should have the whole thing. So that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Learn today, better tomorrow. Tune in to my next topic. writing a file. See you next time.